Hello everybody, welcome back to another session of the Hopry. My name is Mark Starr and tonight, well, I have a guest with me.
I'm glad to be here.
And your name?
I'm Andy Hagan, also known as the Happy Wine Guy.
Happy Wine Guy, and it's what, happywineguy.tv or .com or what's your website?
Well, don't give it away yet. We'll go
Okay.
happywineguy.com.
happywineguy.com.
But Happy Wine Guy TV can be viewed on YouTube.
Awesome. Awesome. So if you're watching this, you're probably a beer lover, but hey, you know what? Wine gets you drunk too. So go check out Andy's website or his YouTube site and follow along. Drink some wine. So tonight we've got a beer that I've had maybe, I guess, once or twice. It's called Dragon's Milk. It's by New Holland, and it's an American strong ale that's been aged in oak barrels. Have you had many beers that are aged in oak barrels? I know you're a wine guy, so probably plenty of wines.
Well, you know, wine guys get thirsty too.
Yep.
And so we do drink a fair amount of beer in between knocking down the grape juice. I have had a few. I can't name them all, but I do know that Boulevard has some like Jack Daniel's barrels that they're putting some beer in.
Yeah.
And I've had some samples of that.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's their Imperial Stout that they're working on with the barrels or not, but...
That's a pretty good guess, though.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that work down there, at least part-time or full-time, and you know, they're always talking about all the barrels that are sitting down there with beer just kind of, you know, waiting. So, I mean, that's pretty exciting. We'll go ahead and get pouring here because I'm pretty excited.
It seems to me that winemakers and brewmasters are kind of alike in that they're all kind of mad scientist, Dr. Frankenstein types.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're going to try this and that and keep trying something until, just to satisfy their curiosity. I mean, why would you put beer in a bourbon barrel? Because they can.
Because it's awesome.
And
pretty much everything I've had is good. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and take a look. It's definitely, you know, a really good, I wouldn't say that it's completely black.
No, but it looks like stout to me, even though it's an American ale.
Yeah. It's, you know, I wouldn't say it's completely opaque. It's not, you know, it's not as dark as the oil that I had in my 89 Escort when I didn't change it for like 30,000 miles, but it's dark, and it looks like right around the edges, you know, if you kind of hold it up to the light, you can tell there's like a really dark, kind of a ruby brown color to it as well. But
there's a little caramel root beer looking.
Yeah. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up and get a whiff. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that bourbon barrel in there. It almost reminds me of like a really subtle version of Goose Island's Bourbon County Stout. Like, I don't know if you've had that one or not, but
well, I get a little cocoa chocolate element happening there.
Definitely get some chocolatey. I do get kind of that vanilla-y, that real soft sort of vanilla coconut sort of perfume. All right, man. Do we want to smell it or do we want to drink it or both?
Usually if it smells good, it's going to taste good.
I agree.
That's really smooth.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a beer milkshake.
It is kind of like a beer milkshake. I like that.
Well, sometimes us wine guys, we get really wordy with our descriptors and stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to say like it's a, you know, a peat bog recently harvested with the, you know, the wildfire that went through 2 years ago. But if I had to, I could say that.
Well, you know what I think I really like about it is the fact that, you know, it does have that chocolatey sort of flavor. It has a really nice, as you said, vanilla and coconut sort of essence. But on the back end of that, like on your tongue, it's got just a right amount of bitterness. You know, you want some bitterness in your beer just to, you know, kind of have it let you know that it's here and that, you know.
Yeah, and in the wine world, if you get vanilla, that means it's been in oak barrels.
Yeah.
And that makes sense since they put this in barrel. That oaky, toasted oak barrel will give you a vanilla essence in whatever liquid you're imbibing with.
Yeah. Well, I'm really enjoying this one.
You know, I kind of thought you would. So,
and I am a sucker for beers that are aged in barrels. I don't care what kind of barrel it is.
There's a barrel on the label. It's Dragon's Milk, and I kind of said milkshake thing, so maybe they knew what they were doing when they put this together. I don't know where the dragon comes
Well, you know,
from.
they are from Michigan, so I have a great fondness for breweries in Michigan. I mean, I think half of the beers that I've reviewed on this show so far have been from the state of Michigan.
Founders.
Founders, Bells,
Love those beers.
Dark Horse. And I got to tell you, I mean, Founders, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but I don't think I've had a beer of theirs that I don't like. I think all 8 of the beers I've had are pretty outstanding. So whatever they're doing in Michigan, maybe they have better water, I don't know.
They're not Yoopers though. Hey, we're down low because
Yeah.
they're crazy people. Well, you're right. You know, this is another winner.
This is a great beer.
Oh. You know,
Are you a happy beer guy right now?
you know what? I'm really getting into that mode. You know, wine and beer. You know, winemakers get tired of drinking their own product, and they're very much hopheads that they like their beer. And I found that when I pay a lot of attention to what's in my glass, whether it's a glass of wine, which I study daily, or beer, or even what's on my plate, that I get a lot more enjoyment. I pay a lot more attention to the sensory aspects of beverage and food. And so wine has opened up my eyes to beer and to food in a big way.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you know, and I try to drink wine as often as I can. You know, I think ever since I had my first extremely big IPA, I've had the bug, I guess you could say. So, yeah. Well, it was good to have you over tonight, and you know, I'm glad you finally came over and got on screen with me. I've got some other friends out there that I keep trying to get to come over. I'm like, Jesus, guys, you're going to drink beer. How hard can it be? This wasn't hard, was it?
Not hard on me at all. You know
All
what?
right.
And I'd like to invite you to come over to the Happy Wine Room, and we'll do an episode of Happy Wine Guy TV with Mark Starr from the Holland.
You don't have to twist my arm. So, well, anyway, guys, thanks a lot for coming again. Once again, my name is Mark Starr. This is the Happy Wine Guy, Andy Hagan, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.